What's up, witches? Hello, people. Witchy vlog. Usually when I make witchy vlogs, these videos really don't get hardly any views, but there are like a few people that watch them. So this is, if you're watching this right now, you have found yourself on just the darkest corner of the internet, because this is gonna get like 20 views in the next year. But anyway, so I just want to talk about like magical stuff, my spiritual life, and maybe a couple other things. So first of all, and tell me if you guys are dealing with the same thing, because that might be, I'm kind of curious to know. So for the past like a couple months, I have been feeling really terrible. Um, I mean, I've never had a perfect life. I've always dealt with negative emotions, but for some reason, the past like month and a half or 2 months have been really hard for me. Moments of happiness have been few and far between. I've been dealing with a lot of like deep fear, or sometimes it's like anger and rage, but I've just been like really not in a good place for the most part. And my mind has been really fucked up, and it's just not been good. And really weird, creepy things are kind of going on. Now, here's the thing. I have no idea why. And I'm curious if other people are kind of having a similar experience in the past couple months, because if that's the case, it could just be some kind of cosmic thing on some grander level. But it does kind of coincide with a few different things. So a couple months ago is around the same time that I started drinking less. Because I drink a lot of booze, but a couple months ago I started to kind of cut it in half. So I'm drinking way less. I'm still technically, I guess, drinking a lot, but I drink a lot less than I used to. So for all I know, all of these things that have been happening to me and these like negative feelings, it could just be like withdrawal symptoms from not drinking as much. But at the same time, it was also around that time a couple of months ago that I started writing a lot of curses, and I started to kind of conjure up curses in my head. I don't know why. I thought maybe it was smart at the time. This is my book of magic. This is the main book that I always go to if I'm doing any kind of spell or trying to get my mind right. And like I said, it was about a couple months ago that I started to kind of delve into writing curses, and I've been doing a lot of curses and karma spells and like justice-y type spells a lot. And it's all kind of happening in that time frame. And I'm wondering if that's also part of my problem. I mean, it could be the alcohol, it could be that I'm drinking less, but it could also be maybe just the fact that I've been conjuring all this negative stuff up in my head, that it sort of made me become negative or something. I don't know. But I realized that this book was kind of getting dark. And I don't know, in some kind of strange way, I think this book is some kind of extension of my heart. And even though you might not see the energy, but I think there's some kind of energy between me and this book. And it's something that you can't really see, but I think it sort of exists in some kind of strange way. That's a theory. I don't even know if that's true. But I'm just wondering, because it kind of makes sense with what's been going on. So I thought to myself, a couple days ago, I was having my coffee in the morning, and it occurred to me, I thought to myself, what if the reason I've been feeling so shitty is because of my book, this book of magic? What if that's the reason? Because this book was getting overwhelmingly kind of dark, and this book was getting to be mostly about like revenge and darkness. Um, and I thought to myself, well, the hexes and curses that I came up with, I don't want to get rid of them. I'm not going to tear them out of this book because most likely there will come a day when someone crosses me and I really want to get some kind of supernatural justice. And then I will have really wonderful spells that I can turn to if that happens. I mean, my life has never been perfect, and I doubt it's going to be perfect in the future. I mean, it could be. Maybe my life is going to be lovely and wonderful all the time in the future. I don't know that, and I really highly doubt that's what's going to happen. But I thought to myself, how do I fix this problem? I don't want to remove the hexes and curses in this book. But if the reason that I've been feeling so shitty is all the darkness in this book, then I thought to myself, if I put a bunch of positive stuff in the book, like, if I just flood this book with really positive, good magic, then maybe the scale would kind of tip in some mystical way, and I would in turn just start feeling kind of more happy or peaceful or something. So a couple mornings ago, I got the idea to do that. That kind of occurred to me. And like I said, I don't know if that's even what's going on, but it kind of makes a lot of sense. And I thought, okay, so I need to start coming up with some good spells. There were already good spells in this book, but there weren't that many. This book was getting dark. So a couple mornings ago, I started writing a lot of really positive magics. I started writing good spells, blessings for other people, things for dream spells and fortune spells and like love and light and stuff like that. And there's also some like really kooky stuff in here too that I wrote that I can't wait to try. And honestly, I kind of think it's working a little bit. Because I will say, once I started writing more positive stuff in this book, I did honestly start feeling better. And yesterday was not a perfect day for me, but it was a huge improvement to how I've been feeling lately. I mean, it's not as if I didn't feel wonderful all day yesterday, but I felt a lot better than I have been. And it coincides with the fact that I started writing a lot of positive stuff in this book. So, I guess I'll never really know like what the real reason was, but I kind of do feel like it's because I've just been conjuring up so much negative stuff in my head. And so I'm just delving into like this dark place with my focus. And I think I'm hoping this really makes a difference. Because I think I want to stop doing like witchcraft. Well, hang on. I don't mean that. I'm not going to stop doing witchcraft, but just like maybe not as often, or maybe I should just do it honestly whenever I feel like doing it. But I kind of there's part of me that's having a problem with it, and I think what I'm going to do moving forward, I want to make like 5 more positive pages in this book. Because I think I did already kind of tip the scales towards love and light with this book. Like, I put a lot more positive stuff in it over the last few days. And, but I just feel this need to add like 5 or 6 more positive things in it. And then I think I just want to maybe give it a rest for a while. I think the only things I'll continue to do is maybe like space cleansing magic. Cleansing a space of anything negative or just inviting in like really good energy into a space. I think that's a good idea. And that's something that I really enjoy doing. I like doing space cleansing spells because it's something that is kind of it's very inspiring, and also it does honestly I feel really good. Like I'm telling you right now, like my the space that I exist in honestly just sort of feels better after I do it. It's kind of this lovely energy. Um, but um, besides that, I think I'm not going to use this much unless I honestly have to, because there are things I deal with that I doubt are going to go away, and I don't know. I'm still going to do tarot card readings because that's like my side hustle. But I think the witchy stuff, I just kind of want to take a step back from a little bit. Um, unless I honestly need to do it, but because I mean, no, I don't know. Listen, so, like, you know, I don't want to have to do it. Nobody would want to have to do a spell, but if I find myself desperate and if I honestly need to, like if I literally need to, then that's a different story. I literally need to like snap out of some kind of spell that I'm under. If I'm under some spell that I honestly need to snap out of, then I will refer to this book. But if everything is fine, then I feel no need to do a spell. I mean, if there's really no need, then why even do it? Although it is kind of a lovely thought if you're just kind of, but if you put a pot of water on the stovetop and you add some like flowers and essential oil just to kind of conjure up something delightful and positive, then that's lovely. I mean, that's a lovely practice to do. But like this whole thing about, I don't know. Anyway, probably sound like a lunatic. I don't really know what the reasons are for things, but I try to make sense of things, and I try things, and I'm just seeing kind of what happens. But so today I am going to add a few more positive things into this book, and I'm actually, after I'm done doing that, I'm going to put this book in my backpack because I have to go to work tonight. And just in case the devil shows up, you know what I'm saying? Guys and gals, in case, I just want to have this book with me at work in case I need it for something. But chances are, I mean, hopefully I won't need it and work will just be fine. Because the thing is, I have this like panic syndrome that happens to me. Like, it's about a once a week occurrence for me. And all of a sudden, 1 minute I'll be fine, and all of a sudden I lose control of my eyeballs and my eyes start to roll up, and I just fill with like this visceral fear and dread. It happens to me about once or twice a week. It can last for hours when it happens, and it's been going on since 2018. But I will say, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's like a chemical thing or if it's like demonic, but I will say it seems to be some kind of spell because I've used my own spells to combat it, and I honestly can snap myself out of whatever that is, that dreadful, horrible experience. I have literally snapped myself out of it with spells and just practicing witchy stuff. So I can't say that this book is like useful to me. So I'm going to make sure I have it when I go to work just in case I need it. Cuz when that does happen to me, it's really hard for me to work. I become so fucking close to useless. Anyway. But have you guys been going through that too? The past couple months, or is it just me? I don't know. But I think I think I'm really onto something though, because for the past couple days I have been feeling a little better. Not perfect, but it's definitely an improvement to what to the way things have been. Anyway, so in a few minutes I'm gonna go take a shower. Um, and I'm going to get dressed. And I think I might go live today for a little while and try to make some money. I might give some readings today. Um, and then later, like I said, I have to go to work. I got my old job back at the coffee shop. Um, Fun. I like that job. I'm drinking some coffee right now. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like, I have no idea. I think it's like 9 or 10 in the morning. This is just regular coffee, but I brew my coffee in, like I have a coffee pot. Um, and to the ground coffee, I added a little bit of cinnamon. So it's like cinnamon coffee. It's pretty good. I need a little pick me up. Although, speaking of magic, after I drink this coffee, I'm going to do what I call balancing my energy. Um, because I'm feeling a little bit foggy right now. And um, I think it'd be kind of a nice thing to do. Just what I do is I make a big cup of ice water, but I don't drink it. I just set it aside and I set a timer on my microwave. And for 60 minutes, I do not eat or drink anything. I open my windows indoors to let in fresh air. Um, I just really give my stomach a rest. I don't consume anything. And then at the end of that 60 minutes, when my timer goes off, I will drink the entire cup of ice water and I will meditate for like 10 minutes and just kind of connect with just good energy. And I think it'll help me feel more vibrant because, like I said, I'm feeling kind of like foggy and like in a little bit of a haze right now. Anyway, all right, I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to share this thing I've been going through lately and what my witchy theories are about kind of what's happening. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and catch me later when I go live. Bye.